So after a couple minutes, it will thicken very thick like this. So now it's time to add our toppings. So I'm gonna add some walnuts. Some walnuts. A few blueberries. Tablespoon of peanut butter. A little bit of coconut. And that is breakfast. And just a sprinkle of hemp seeds on there right now. Lunch, I'm going to do cauliflower stir fry. So I have my cauliflower rice. I have some seitan, and I have some sprouts and mushrooms. I'm going to put all this together and then stir fry it with some avocado oil. So let's do this. To a pan, you're going to add in your oil. And let that get hot. All the cauliflower rice. All of it. I've been starving, so I'm eating all of it. I love it. And let it get a little bit browner, then we're going to add in our goods. Perfect. It's time to season my food. So I'm going to use garlic powder, onion powder, and oregano. And we're going to put it right in the sizzly. We're just going to sprinkle in a little bit of each. So we're going to do mushrooms. And then we're going to add in our red onion. And then we're just going to let those dudes stay and let them kind of cook in water, because I'm going to add a little bit of water to this. Because I don't want to add any more oil. And just let them cook. We'll cook them down. Again. I'm going to sprinkle in some curry powder, because why not? I feel like curry just makes things taste better. And yeah, so it's a curry based situation. I'm going to add in some cayenne, because I love me some cayenne. So we're going to sprinkle some of that in there. Alright, so this is what it looks like. We're going to add in my seitan crumble I made the other day. And then we're just going to mix everything together now. So, going to mix it. Let all those flavors marinate together and marry. And that is my stir fry rice. My cauliflower rice, fried rice. Nice and yummy. I'm so excited to eat this. So this is my lunch. I topped it with parsley and some sprouts, and also one crushed walnut. Super yummy. I'm so excited to eat this. I'm starving. Oh, look at that. So that's it. This is lunch, and then I'll have dinner ready soon. Again, with sprouts, depending on what they're made out of, you can eat them. As long as they're made out of a vegetable. I can list all the information I found. And yeah, so excited to try these and eat this. Oh, look at that. So good. Alright, I'll see you guys for dinner. Then I'm going to be making a few things. So I have some mushrooms, some red onions, and garlic I'll be putting together with some Brussels sprouts. And some sprouts I just cut up off of the sprout I was growing. Well, I got from the farmer's market. I didn't grow, but they grew it for me, and I kept it and kept it nice. So Yeah. Then I'm going to make some fat bombs. I think that's what they're called. Let me make sure. Yeah, fat bombs. Using some peanut butter, some cinnamon, some vegan cream cheese, some coconut oil, and some coconut flakes. And also, there is a natural sweetener. Where is it? Some of this stuff. And yeah, so let's get into cooking. First things first is you want to rinse off your Brussels sprouts. Because I got these from the farmer's market and they were on a big husk, I'll insert a picture on the side so you guys can see what they look like. So you want to give these a nice wash. There's been bugs on them, people have touched them, farmers have touched them, they've sat out. So yeah, give these a nice wash. And then I'm going to cook these off first. So in the pan, I'm just going to steam off these Brussels sprouts and I'm going to cook them until they're nice and soft. Then we're going to move on to Brussels sprouts are cooking. I made this dough using oat fiber and a few other things. And I'm just going to roll it out into some little flatbreads. And then I'm going to cook them on the stove. And if you'd like the recipe, just let me know. I'll leave it down on my blog or in the description bar. So I'm just going to roll these. While rolling, I'm going to snack on these. I'm kind of hungry and they have 0 carbs. Let's see if we can focus. I don't know. 1 gram carb and they're my favorite. So can eat these and sign it and get this rolled out. So essentially what you want to do is you want to get not super thin, but you want it to be a nice consistency. Yeah, I'm just going to roll this out until I get it until a nice thickness, not too thin, but yeah. I had an epic fail. This didn't work, so I took all of the dough off. As you can see, the streak marks, and I'm going to try one more time and see if it works. If it doesn't, I mean, I got to figure something out. Alright guys, so as you can see, round 2 worked. I created this really nice looking dough. It's not super thin, it's not super thick, and I'm going to let this cook. So I'm going to make the second one, and while this one's cooking, and our Brussels sprouts are looking amazing. Look at those, yum. So I'm going to let these cook for a couple of minutes while I make the second flatbread, and then we can put everything together, and then I'll be making round 2. So this time you can see it's like oily a little bit. I took some of my avocado oil and I rubbed it all over, and instead of putting so much pressure on it, I kind of just let it just do its thing, and that kind of works. So I started off by hand mashing it, if that makes sense, and then just using my rolling pin lightly going over it, not too much because I don't want it to be too thin, because if it's too thin it'll stick. But yeah, just a nice size, and there we go. I think that's good for me. Yeah, see how that just peels off perfectly? Oh, so perfect. Alright, we're going to cook these off and I'll be right back. I'm going to flip this. And look at how beautiful that is. It's this beautiful crusted thing. And this is done. So I'm going to take this out and put the other one in. We're going to work on that. So you can see my Brussels sprouts are looking super yummy. And we're just going to add in all the other goodies on this side. And I'm going to let those cook off until they're nice and just yummy. And I'm going to start working on my fat bombs. And I'll be back to show you guys what everything looks like. Guys, so this is what it looks like. It's all done. And sticking and yummy and just the way I like it. I like my stuff to be a little burnt, just a little bit, but yeah. And I added curry powder and a little bit of cayenne, garlic powder, onion powder, and oregano. And then we have that goods back there cooking. So yeah, it's going to be paired together. And then we're going to work on our bombs right now. So for my bongs, my fat bombs, I have some cinnamon and vanilla, some peanut butter, some vegan cream cheese, this sweetener, don't know how to pronounce it, I'm not going to try. Took 1 tablespoon of that, some coconut oil, and I'm going to make this more of a fall flavor, so I'm going to do some pumpkin spice. So I'm just gonna dash some spice in there. You can use pumpkin spice extract if you like. I'm not. So then we're gonna put the sweetener in there. And I'm gonna add in my coconut oil. And I'm just gonna mix everything together until they're well combined. The confectionate sugar will dissolve in the oil. And you see it looks so yummy. I'm so excited. It's my first time making these, so we'll see what happens and what they taste like, because they're just literally fat bombs. But it's a nice dessert. So yeah, you're just going to mix until it's nice and dissolved. And then I'm going to add, let's make sure all that sugar's dissolved. Alright, then I'm going to add in the cream cheese and the peanut butter. That good old peanut butter. I love peanut butter. So this is half of the recipe. I kind of adjusted it. This is a recipe I found online, but I wanted to put my own twist on it, so I did. I added the sugar, the sweetener, and I also added the spices. Hers didn't have spices. It is something else that I didn't have, so I was like, what do I have and what do I like? I mean, recipes are suggestions. You don't have to exactly do it unless it's baking. So yeah, just gonna mix this very well. And I'll be back once it's well combined, and we're gonna put it inside of this silicone. So this is the consistency of it now. It is all mixed and well incorporated. And we're just gonna put it inside of this mold. I think I'm just gonna let it kind of plop, because it's not liquidy, but it's not thin. I don't know. I'll level it all off. I think it'll make 6 nice size ones. I don't know. Work with me here. The pumpkin spice base. So I'm excited. I like pumpkin sometimes. I like spice, and this is a perfect for like fall. So now. So I'm going to fill these up, level them off, and I'll show you guys what they look like when they're all done and solidified and all that. So I leveled them off with my offset spatula, which kind of helps. It's nice to have. If you don't have one, just use a spoon. I'm just going to take some more pumpkin spice and kind of sprinkle it along the top to give it an extra oomph. And then I'm going to put these in the freezer for an hour to 2 hours and let them set. And then I will take them out and let you guys know what they look like. Ooh. Boom, boom. Look at that. This is dinner. My flatbread. And then we got the steaming Brussels sprouts that look freaking amazing. And I'm just going to put some of these on there because they just look beautiful and they taste so good. So a lot of these on top, and that's dinner, guys. This is dinner, and I'm just gonna eat this with that, pick it up, you know, and then I'll probably make a avocado sauce to pair with this. We'll see how I'm feeling, but yeah, that's dinner. Thanks for watching. Let me know. Stay tuned for the next keto video. I'm so excited. Ho, ho, ho. These are what the fat bombs look like. I'm going to put them on a plate, and then I'm going to show you guys what they look like. Yum! Yum, 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 yum. I'm so excited. So this is what they look like. All done. I'm under my grow light, so yeah, I'm so excited. I'm going to take a bite. It's like a fudge texture. So good.